Get the money, honey. Get the money, honey. Get the money, honey. Hello, happy Tuesday, everybody. How's your Tuesday? I hope everyone's having a wonderful Tuesday, and we are closer and closer to Christmas and even closer to the new year. So, how is everyone doing today? I am Christina L. Turner, Kingmaker, and welcome to my YouTube channel. And I want to invite you to subscribe. Yes, like the video, share the video, and guess what else I would like for you to do? Leave comments and questions. If you have any comments or questions related to this video, I'll be happy to receive them and I will answer your questions. If you can't get your questions, you wanted something urgent and you don't want to wait, you can send them to me to info@ChristinaLTurner.com. Yes, ChristinaLTurner.com. All right, so let's get started. I told you guys last week that we were going to be talking about the EIN number, the DUNS number, and the SAMS number. So this Tuesday, I'm going to be explaining to you the benefits and the real nitty gritty about the EIN number and when registering you for your EIN number. So let's get started, okay? So the EIN number is the employer identification number. And I think you guys heard me talk about this in previous videos before, but I want to reiterate it in case someone is new. So that employer identification number is the number like a social security number for your business, okay? So since that's what it does, anything that you do with this EIN number related to your business, you want to be able to use this EIN number for business credit, for grants that you're going to be having. You use this number to file your taxes, which we'll be talking about later in the year because I know there's some entrepreneurs who are just breaking into the industry of starting a business and you want to know exactly where you fall into and what forms that you would need to file for particular business structure. Okay, so got to get a little bit comfortable and I don't want it to be boring. I'm going to make it as quick and sweet as possible so that you can understand. And again, if you have any questions, make sure that you leave your questions down in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe because let me tell you something. When you subscribe and you make good comments on here related to the video, it boosts me up. So I'm very, very happy. This channel is specifically for entrepreneurs who are starting a business or even entrepreneurs who want to know more information about business. And we definitely will. I believe in foundation first. You know, you got to have a great foundation so that you can build a great house, right? So you want to have a great business, you want to be strong, and you want to know exactly what direction, what type of business that you're going to be having and how you want to be solidify all of that. So just in case you need the loans and the grants and all that stuff like that, you'll have everything correctly, okay, done correctly. So let's talk about this EIN number. The EIN number, and again, it is the employer identification number, is used is when you go on to the IRS and you get it for free. I like free. It depends on what it is. Some things you got to pay for, but I really love free. So you get it for free on IRS.com. What you want to do, you want to go into the search, okay, in the search bar, and it should be right there over on this side. I should have did a screen so you'll be able to do a share screen so you'll be able to see what I'm talking about. But if you go to IRS.gov, you go into the search box, you'll put EIN. That's all you need to put. When you go in there, you'll see, scroll down a little bit, it says apply for your EIN online. This is free. Now, this is one of the things that you want to make sure that you do. Choose the right entity that your business is going to be under. So let's say, for instance, if you get an EIN number for a sole proprietorship, I have to tell you that once you do your taxes or the IRS have that EIN number for a sole proprietorship, you're only able to have one EIN number for sole proprietorship. So let's say that you are a overachiever, or I'm not going to even say an overachiever. Let's say you want to have multiple businesses, okay? Multiple businesses, and you have a vision. You want to do shoes, you want to do candles, you want to do, whatever. Well, you can actually have one EIN number, okay, as a sole proprietorship, and all the other businesses go up underneath you. But tax wise, you are going to still be taxed as a sole proprietorship and not as a company. So all the little businesses that you have that you registered, you can do as many DBAs, and all of those DBAs will fall under that one EIN number if you are a sole proprietor. Now, what happens if you say, well, Christina, I want to become an LLC? Okay, same thing. You can register your business as an LLC because it's going to have on those forms, what are you going to be? Are you going to be a sole proprietor, LLC, corporation, partnership? They have all these different classes, and you need to do the research. Oh, and I'll talk about that too in some other videos. But you need to do the research and decide what would your entity be classified under. Okay, so let's say you want to be the LLC, as I said before, and you want to say, well, I want to have an LLC, and everybody's like, oh yeah, you want to be an LLC, that's the way to go. But did you know that if you're the only person on that LLC, one member, because the LLC is a one member, there's no shares, there's a membership, okay, that you are still classified as a sole proprietorship? And a lot of people did not know that you having an LLC as a one member LLC, that you are classified still as a sole proprietorship, and you're going to do a Schedule C the same as sole proprietorship with your EIN number. Okay, so make sure that your classification on what you want as your corporation identity to be clarified, because once you are assigned this EIN number with the IRS, you cannot change your entity from an LLC to an S Corp. Now, you can do it legally through the IRS, and you have to send in a form called an 8832. Okay, you send in a form called an 8832 so that the IRS can identify you as a corporation, S Corp, LLP, LLC, but in corp status. Once that happens, once you send that in with the same EIN number, that's the only way that it can change, except for one exception. If you do your EIN number and you want to classify as a partnership, and we all know that partnership is when you have another person or another company that comes in partnership with you, and then you have these partnership agreements and things like that. And I think I talked about contracts and everything, and with partnerships and stuff like that. But you have these partnership agreements. You're still classified, you can still be classified as a corporation with a partnership, but you want to register with that same EIN number as an LLP, because you just don't want to leave it open as a partnership. And what happens is you and your partners will be personally liable for anything that happens within your business. And a lot of people I did not know that. I had to do my research on it. One of my companies is registered as a partnership. And then with the IRS, you need to make sure that you have that correct classification. So doing a partnership, if you register with your EIN number, make sure that you tell the IRS it's going to be an LLP. Now, this is the thing. You cannot change a partnership into a corporation or a partnership to an S Corp. If you've had your business for a long time and you decided, okay, I'm not going to be a partnership, you know what? You have to get another EIN number. And guess what happens with that EIN number? That EIN number is discarded. And what happens is you restart the clock again as if you had a brand new business. So if you've been in business for maybe a year or more than less than 2 years, then okay, you can change. That's easy to do that. Now with that EIN number, your employer identification number, that number also helps you to have employees. So this is a number that you're going to file with the state when you pay anyone, even if they have 1099s. Well, 1099s, you know that your your employees will be paying for their own taxes. So you pay that. But if you're doing W-2s, your EIN number is on that W-2. Remember, that EIN number is registered to your company, okay? And you're doing W-2s, you have employees, so you have to use that EIN number for state reference and for federal reference, okay? So let's say that during your tax time, you have been doing W-2s, you have been paying taxes to the state. You have also used that number to pay taxes to the IRS as well. That quarterly, we send in taxes. The IRS will gladly make a call to them. They will gladly send you the appropriate document that you would use, or your tax professional, your CPA, will do your quarterly if they need a quarterly report, because some states do require a quarterly report, and some states, depending on the business, only require an annual report. So this is what you're going to use your EIN number for. You can also use this EIN number to buy properties and to buy a vehicle for your business, so it will not be on your personal credit. So that is something that you may want to consider, building business credit where you can. Now, if you don't have business credit yet, it's kind of hard to walk into a car dealership or even buy a home unless you have W-2s. If you have W-2s that can prove that you're an employer and a certain amount of income, you could get into a house, no problem, or well, actually a building. And yes, you can buy a house if you're going to have a business that's good. That house is going to be related to your business. Okay. So I hope I'm explaining that good enough for you to understand. So now your EIN number that has been assigned to you, that can be your EIN number. You never have to change it, just like your social security number. You never have to change it. You want to guard it with your life. Okay, you don't give out your EIN number. You don't make it public. That's like I said, it's a private number, as if for you having your social security number. So you don't want to give that EIN number to anyone unless you're applying for credit, unless they need it for a grant. If you're using it for your DUNS number, because remember I said that last week, you're going to need it for your DUNS number, you're going to need it for your SAMS number with your DUNS number. So that's the information that I have for your EIN number. And if you have any other questions, let me know. I would be so happy to help you get all of that established. And again, you may want to do your research when determining using that EIN number, far as what type of company you're going to have, if it's going to be an S Corp, if it's going to be an LLC, if it's going to be a C Corp, or LLP or LP. So you need to make sure you make a wise choice, okay, in your corporation status, and you have a vision for your company in which direction that you wanted to go. Thank you for watching. Make sure that you subscribe, share my video, like my video if you like it, and I will see you next Tuesday. And I'm going to have a special guest. Yes, because I'm all into collaboration. So I'm going to have another entrepreneur, and we're going to be talking about business. And to let you know this too, that my collaboration videos are much longer than my business tip videos. I will see you next Tuesday. Have a great week. Mwah.